All right, S&P 500 going to start looking at the weekly. We see we kind of have the weekly holding at the 10, and we just have to see where that goes from there. So again, this retracement isn't really a very high percentage, so we kind of just have to see how it goes from there. So we're only down on the weekly 1.14 percentage. So you have this trading range, and pretty much we're at the top of it right now. So again, if you're aggressive, you're looking at to get above basically the 1700 level. But right now, you know, we got to see what's going on because we have a lot of volatility, and I'm not going to be the first one out the foxhole. But I always say that. So we're still in the down channel from the Dow. So, I mean, one day doesn't make or break a trend. So we kind of have to see it get above that. If we look at the weekly, we see we're following through on higher volume than last week. And I spoke about this a couple of videos ago. To say, okay, we're down, you know, we're up volume on the downside, and you could say this is not a hammer formation. So if it breaks the low of this one, which is 14,974, we can continue and maybe come back to this level of 14,770. So just keep your eyes peeled for that one, and don't get too ambitious, and don't try to look for a top or a bottom. That's the way that you get hurt. You have the composite looking the best out of all of it right now. All it needs to do is pretty much clear the top of this channel right here, and you could use the TQQQ, and you can see that if it breaks above the top of this channel, or this trend line right here, pretty much gets above these highs, it's going to run again. So we just have to make sure that you look at that accordingly, and go from there. So let's look at the Russell. We have the Russell pretty much looking pretty good as well. That one is giving you pretty good you know, pretty good price action. It's not looking extremely bearish like the other things, but you know, kind of could go from there. So the Dow Jones we've done, and down channel, S&P 500, and I always like to look at the indexes first. Again, just to give another overview on that. The Russell looking good, and the QQQ looking good. Okay, now let's oops, that's not a QQQ, and the QQQ looking good. Jesus. Okay, so let's get into some names. We got Apple. People like to look at Apple, see what Apple is doing. Apple right now, you definitely need to clear above here. Again, this is that sloppy price action we were talking about, and I don't like messing with it. Facebook looks really good to go higher. I don't see why people want to step in front of a train, but again, if that's your thing, do it. Tesla, I'm gonna wait a little bit because I don't know if this is just bear flagging for more downside. You got Solar City giving you a nice engulfing pattern. Maybe see if we get above these highs, or at least above these highs of 39, and it can move quickly. So have a nice engulfing pattern with some volume, which is a good sign. So we kind of have to see where that goes. You got Michael Kors looking like it's setting up to move a little bit higher and go from there. You have I was in this name. I got stopped out, and I might get back in. You have a nice engulfing pattern on Webcom, and that's just trading. So don't feel that it's, you know, it is what it is. So I might be looking to get back into that one as well. Biogen didn't really recover as good as you would kind of want it to. So you got to look at Chipotle. Chipotle looks good. I'm gonna get into this one. I'm really looking forward to getting this one shortly. You got MasterCard, I was looking more for the short side. MasterCard, you got Visa as well, giving you that same look. You got Win might be looking to set up to go higher. You had another name I was looking at, CTCT, probably didn't do that much today. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon looks like if we can get above these highs, it can fly again. Priceline is telling the shorts, keep on shorting me. I'm just flagging right now, quite honestly. So you look at that, and you can see that pretty much it's just saying, listen, you can short me if you want, or you can look at this as a pendant. But if it breaks above these previous highs, it is back to the races for that one. So let's look at LinkedIn. LinkedIn's just giving you some sideways action, quite honestly. So it's not something that I'm just looking to see if it will set up. New Skin is giving you a good entry right now. Maybe you could get, you know, in this one. It traded sideways for a little while, and I was talking about it. FLT, I was looking at it this past day. You got engulfing, now you got this. So I want to see it get above these previous highs, and I go from there. You got Baidu. Baidu still looking strong. If it gets above these highs, I think you're still running. You got DDD Systems. We got to see how that one goes. You got SRTT. Wow, continue. This one was, got the shorts and squeezing them shorts out. So again, I would really make sure that I'm looking at some good quality names. Do your research over the weekend, and that's what the weekends are made. They're not made just for Michelob, my friends. So, you got Photo Labs looking good, setting up for some more highs as well. I would definitely be looking for this one to get above these previous highs, and I'm back in the races. You got MACD curling to the upside. So, take a look at those. Celgene looking good. You got I don't even know how to say the name. And honestly, sometimes I just see these names. I know them just by their symbol and not by actually what they got going on. Microsoft, I think, was actually given some sort of small flag. And maybe it pops up above these areas. You got to kind of see how that one goes. I haven't looked at Cisco in a long time, and that is why. So Jazz might continue to go higher. We want to make sure you keep that one on your watch list as well. So before I get winded, I'm over my time as well. So keep looking at this stuff, and remember, look at the overall markets. And if you don't feel like you know where the overall markets are going, if you don't have a strong name to do it, stay out the market. There's nothing wrong with cash is a position. Always remember, cash is a position. Take care.